So just come out the Hawthorns, just on the way back to the car, and final score, West Brom 2, Afc Bournemouth 0, and we never looked like scoring, quite frankly. Horrible performance, actually. Going back, we thought we turned somewhat, got round the corner, we turned things round. Scott Parker's philosophy had finally set in for the team, and they seemed to get what he was trying to do. Tonight just showed that we're not quite there yet, and we're still making those same awful decisions, same boring, pre-planned, U-shaped football where it goes across the back, it goes down the flanks, it comes back, it goes across the back, it goes down the flanks, and we don't really do a lot with the ball. Unfortunately, Lewis Cook had the curse of the Player of the Month thing and got hauled off just after half-time. Wasn't really happening for him. He wasn't the only one by a long shot. Nobody really turned up today. We had a lot of abject performances out there. Lewis was just he was a casualty of that. He tried to mix it up by bringing Cantwell on. That didn't really change much either. Second half, the 2 goals first half, sorry, I'll go back to them and just point out the first one. It's what I said West Brom should do against us, and it's just launch balls into our box. First one came from a cross. We half dealt with it, and it came to Alex Mowat, and he just volleyed it nicely into the goal. Unchallenged, really, on the edge of the area. And second one, yeah, there's got to be big questions asked about that, because that was schoolboy football, in my opinion. It was a simple long ball over the top. Nat Phillips didn't deal with it, let Andy Carroll dominate him and get his shot away. Really poor. Second half, Scott Parker kind of tried to mix it up a little bit, but in the end of the day, it was almost like watching schoolboy football. He was trying all sorts of things. We had Dominic Solanke in midfield at one point, with Sriki Dembele up front. We had Jefferson Lerma playing in a back 3 with Lloyd Kelly out on the left. And then that wasn't working. Then it ended up with Nat Phillips up front. That's how desperate it got, and nothing was working for him. I think West Brom were well organised. They did a really good job on us. They played how I thought they would play, and they dominated us quite happily. The simple stats are we had 17 shots and none of them on target. Yeah, pretty awful. And to be fair to them, I think West Brom could have nicked a couple more had they been a bit more potent in attack on the break. We could have been out there all night tonight and we would never have scored. Scott could have tried every formation in the book, tried every player we had on the bench, and nothing was working. And whether that's just one of those things, one of those nights, or whether it's Scott's inadequacy as a manager, I'm not convinced it isn't. Because they were there, they weren't that great, they were just organised. And how many times have we said that this season? We struggle against well organised sides that play a 5 at the back, and that's what they did, and they dominated us. So unfortunately, sorry state of affairs, but we leave the Hawthorns empty-handed. Let's hope we can bounce back on the next one. Well, my biggest concern is we don't put another performance in like that. Let's hope the guys get back on their proverbial bikes, as it were, and put in a bit more of a shift against Sheffield, because we're going to need them to.